Ramabulana family. We came with the Premier, who was here much earlier in the week, to pay our condolences to the family and to express our deep sorrow on behalf of the people of South Africa that yet again we have lost another young life of a young woman who was brutally murdered, having been stabbed 52 times by a man. And this happens during the 16 days of activism against violence against women and children. And this saddens us because it follows the deaths of many other women in our country, and there have been too many that we can be comfortable about. We are actually ashamed that as a nation, as men, we seem to have declared outright war against the women of South Africa. This is a national shame that a young girl who had such a promising future, her life has been cut short by a man, and a man who killed her so brutally, slaughtered her like an animal. And we want this to come to an end. We want violence and abuse against women and children to be brought to an end, and it is for this reason that we have embarked on a major campaign in the country, which is backed up by a huge budget, which we will want to increase next year, to ensure that we spread the message, particularly to men who are brutalizing women, who are killing women, that their days are numbered. We are going to improve the criminal justice system to ensure that those who perpetrate these acts must know that once they are arrested and found guilty, they should never see the light of day anymore, and that once imprisoned, they must spend the rest of their days in prison. What saddens me even more is that the perpetrator had his brushes with the law on a rape type of charge, don't have the full details, and he was still out prowling the streets of our country, and then took the opportunity to break into the house where Precious Ramabulana was staying, where she was studying, and brutally murdered her. What this means is that we must now have an active record of all those who are either found guilty, who have had a brush with the law on crimes against women and children, that we should keep a close eye on them, and in fact they should never really be in society, they should be behind bars. And I'm now going to be moving that all these people, once arrested and jailed and sentenced, they should not be in jail and enjoy life there. They should be subjected to hard labor, the harshest of labor in prison, because what they are doing to society is just beyond words to even talk about. The hurt, the harm that they cause to the families of the victims, and society also has to bear the cost of having them in prison, and some of them clearly even come out of prison without any form of remorse, and then continue to perpetrate these acts again. Our coming here means that we are now going to double up our effort to do everything we can to be more vigilant on the case of abuse of women and children and the rape and the killing of the women of our country. And I say to the men of our country, let us stop this war that men have declared against the women of our country. Let us stop this war. We cannot continue to build a nation when we are subjecting the females of our nation to degradation, to bad treatment, to rape and murder and violence. This must now come to an end. And we are going to work extremely hard to do whatever we can. I'd like to end by paying tribute to the community here, particularly our traditional leaders who have been on hand to comfort the family. I also want to pay tribute to our local municipality government here who've been giving a lot of assistance to the family, as well as to our provincial government. The Premier has been on hand to give as much assistance, and of course to our various organizations, and the governing party, the ANC, has been giving enormous support. But I also want to give support to the various non-governmental organizations, and I want to say thank you to the police, our South African Police Service, for having ensured that the perpetrator is arrested. We applaud our police and we honor them for the wonderful work that they have done. The family has decided that they would like to set up a Precious Ramabulana fund or trust, and we are going to support them in this because we believe that when we have non-governmental organizations like trusts that are aimed at addressing the issue of gender-based violence, we will be able to have national cohesion. We will be able to continue building the nation of our country in that way. So we are going to support the family, and we will continue to give solace to them and to give all the support that they need. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Papa. Thank you.